Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing something impossible has happened. You can no longer sleep. Not tonight, not tomorrow, not ever again. At first, it might feel like a bizarre advantage. Humans spend roughly a third of their lives asleep, so suddenly, you would gain thousands of extra waking hours every year. More time to work, learn new skills, watch movies you missed, or chase every dream you ever postponed. It almost feels like a superpower. But within days, that superpower would slowly reveal itself as one of the most terrifying biological disasters imaginable. Because sleep is not just rest, it is one of the most crucial survival processes built into the human brain, and losing it forever would slowly push your mind and body into chaos. To understand the danger, we need to understand what sleep actually does. Most people think sleep is a passive state, like turning off a computer. In reality, sleep is an active, complex maintenance cycle your body performs every night. While your eyes are closed, your brain initiates a series of repair processes that keep you mentally stable and physically alive. One of the most critical processes is the glymphatic system, a cleaning mechanism that flushes out toxic proteins and waste products that accumulate between neurons during waking hours. Without sleep, this cleaning process stops entirely, allowing toxic proteins to build up in the brain day after day, slowly poisoning the neural connections. On the first night without sleep, the effects might feel minor. You might feel tired, irritable, or unfocused, but most people can push through one night. By the second night, subtle cognitive issues appear. Attention wavers, reaction time slows, and minor memory lapses become noticeable. By the third day, the brain enters dangerous territory. Scientific studies show that after 72 hours awake, cognitive performance collapses, memory falters, concentration fades, and decision-making becomes remarkably poor. The mind feels like it is moving through thick fog, struggling to process even simple tasks. But the nightmare intensifies around day 4 or 5. The brain, desperate for rest, begins forcing microsleeps, tiny shutdowns lasting a few seconds, where parts of the brain temporarily power off. Your eyes might remain open, but awareness disappears entirely. You could be walking, talking, or even driving when your mind blanks out mid-action. Imagine this happening dozens of times each day, every day, for the rest of your life. As sleep deprivation progresses, the brain loses its ability to separate reality from imagination. Hallucinations emerge. Shadows move where nothing exists. Voices echo in empty rooms. Sensations appear that have no source. The misfiring neural signals create distorted perceptions of the world, and your emotional stability collapses. Sleep regulates the chemicals controlling mood and stress, and without it, the emotional centers of your brain spiral into chaos. Minor frustrations feel overwhelming. Anxiety skyrockets. Irritation becomes uncontrollable anger. Relationships break down because your brain cannot regulate emotions properly. While your mind struggles, your body also begins deteriorating. Sleep governs hormones that control hunger, metabolism, and immune function. Without it, your immune system weakens dramatically, leaving you vulnerable to infections that would normally be harmless. Minor illnesses become dangerous. Your metabolism spirals out of control, hormones like leptin and ghrelin fail, leaving you constantly hungry while your body struggles to extract energy from food. Fatigue grows unbearable, weight fluctuates, and physical weakness accumulates. Meanwhile, your heart experiences extreme stress. Blood pressure rises and remains elevated. Heart rhythm becomes irregular. The risk of heart attacks, strokes, and cardiovascular collapse increases sharply. Memory systems in the brain deteriorate even faster. Sleep is when your brain organizes and stores experiences from the day. Without it, memories fade almost instantly. Conversations vanish from your mind minutes after they occur. Familiar faces begin to feel strange. Slowly, the world itself fragments, leaving reality confusing and unreliable. But imagine if this condition never improved, if your brain permanently lost the ability to sleep. A rare disease actually demonstrates this phenomenon: fatal familial insomnia, a genetic disorder in which the brain progressively loses its ability to produce sleep. In early stages, patients experience mild insomnia. Over time, sleep becomes shorter, fragmented, and eventually disappears almost entirely. As the disorder progresses, hallucinations intensify, anxiety spikes, panic attacks occur, and rapid weight loss ensues. The thalamus, the brain's sleep-regulating center, deteriorates, causing widespread neurological breakdown. Coordination disappears, walking becomes difficult, speech slows, and thought becomes fragmented. Eventually, organ failure can occur because the brain can no longer regulate essential bodily functions. This terrifying disease proves one fact: humans cannot survive indefinitely without sleep. Even before reaching such extremes, permanent insomnia would destroy life. Imagine working when your brain randomly shuts down for seconds at a time. Imagine driving while hallucinations appear. Imagine trying to maintain friendships while emotions swing wildly between paranoia, panic, and rage. Everyday life would collapse. Time itself begins to distort. Humans rely on sleep cycles to divide days into meaningful patterns. Without sleep, the circadian rhythm, the internal body clock regulating hormones, body temperature, and alertness, fails. Days and nights blur into one endless stretch of exhaustion. Hours feel distorted. Your brain cannot track reality. Constant strain eventually overwhelms the brain. Research shows that after roughly 2 weeks of total sleep deprivation, the risk of severe neurological damage and organ failure becomes dangerously high. Losing the ability to sleep permanently would not grant extra life. It would slowly destroy it. Every extra waking hour would become a nightmare of hallucinations, confusion, and bodily collapse. Sleep may feel like wasted time when you lie awake at night, but in reality, it is one of the most powerful survival systems evolution ever created. Every night, your brain performs billions of microscopic repairs that keep thoughts clear, emotions balanced, and organs functioning properly. Without this nightly reset, the human system begins to unravel. The next time you consider staying awake all night to get more done, remember this: sleep is not weakness, nor an inconvenience. It is the invisible maintenance system that protects your mind from chaos and keeps your body alive. And if one day your brain completely lost the ability to sleep, the scariest part would not be the endless wakefulness, but realizing that no matter how exhausted you become, no matter how desperately your mind cries for rest, sleep might never return. Imagine your eyelids growing heavier each minute, your thoughts slowing, every cell in your body screaming for rest, yet relief never comes. Imagine wandering through life trapped in constant mental fog, unable to remember, unable to focus, unable to distinguish reality from hallucination. Imagine that after weeks, months, years, your body collapses from immune failure, metabolic chaos, and organ stress, while your mind disintegrates under the relentless weight of exhaustion. Even simple daily tasks become impossible. Driving becomes lethal, conversations meaningless, basic survival a challenge. Hours stretch endlessly, merging into a void where no night offers rest, no morning offers clarity. And all the while, your brain, designed for sleep, fights desperately to function. Some parts might shut down temporarily while others remain active, creating bizarre behaviors, repeating sentences, forgetting names, wandering aimlessly. Life becomes fragmented, chaotic, and terrifying. This is the true consequence of losing sleep forever. Sleep is not a luxury, it is a biological necessity. It is the invisible infrastructure that keeps the human mind and body intact. Every night you close your eyes, your brain flushes toxins, repairs neurons, organizes memories, and resets emotional balance. Without this reset, the system collapses. Even animals that seem to stay alert, like dolphins, sleep with half their brain at a time. Nature ensures sleep because survival without it is impossible. So if humans lost the ability to sleep permanently, there would be no productivity gains, no superhuman waking hours, only slow neurological decay, organ failure, memory loss, hallucinations, emotional breakdown, and eventual death. Sleep is the hidden engine that sustains life, and without it, the human mind unravels. That is why the next time you think staying awake longer might help you achieve more, remember this: sleep is the fine line between clarity and chaos, between life and slow collapse. And if your brain ever forgot how to sleep, there would be no second chance, no recovery, no escape from the endless nightmare. Sleep is life itself, and losing it forever is the ultimate horror.